Hello everyone, welcome. We got another video. Today we're going to talk about why women say they want 6 foot tall, and then we're gonna dive into it. It's very simple, and then it's gonna be a shout out to Elishes, and he gonna ask the question, does height matter? And then listen to this one.
Height matter?
Yeah.
So what's a good height for you?
Well, I'm tall, so
The music is not mine, so he put the music just for some reason to show copyright, so we're gonna let it go.
like minimum 6 feet, preferably 6.
So he didn't say how tall she is, minimum 6'3", so she probably above 5'10". That's most likely it. So
6 foot, 6 foot. All right.
Preferably 6'3". You have to add that.
Okay, preferably 6'3". Okay. Can I get your number?
By the way, guys, this is New York City. If you look at the background, this is New York City. So New York City is. So basically, they're from New York. So
I don't really even know what to say to that.
Does height matter?
okay, so let's go dive into it. The reason why women say they want 6 feet or 6'3" above, it's not because about the height issue. It's about genetics. Since dawn of time, women raised with kids and they know stuff like that. The taller you are, the more likely you got a big jump, because according to nature is balance. If you're short, most of the short people, they have a small package. The taller you are, the bigger the package, unless you got some work on it, and then some. That's another topic, so this is a way you can improve it. But women understand that the taller you are, the bigger the package, so that's why they always want the 6 foot tall. It's not about the security. The security part can be anyone. For example, it can be 5'2", shredded, and have abs, and they can fight. They still gonna smash that boy. But the thing is, they want the 6 foot because they know the mentality. They're not thinking about the how protective they are gonna be. They can think about what kind of service she gonna get. The service she gonna get, she gonna have probably 6 foot and long. She probably has 9 inches, probably 6 inches, probably 10 inches. That's what she's thinking about. It has nothing to do about his personality. It's nothing to do. That's why whenever you see a man tall, women always look out to her. And next thing you know, the second thing is that it's not also about the protection, the provision. It's about the worship. Remember, women love to worship men. Okay, they love to praise men. They love to obey men. Okay, regardless what they say, oh, and this independent woman, they don't need no man. That's a lie. When they see a tall man, the reason why they love it in the time, because when they give him the good 3,000, they love that. They love to be either underneath, they love to be on their height, and the next thing you know, they can give that ease, because what happens is she loves to be in men waist because she got less work to do, and next thing you know, it's gonna be easy for her, because the older she get, the more she want to bend over, the more she want to do all that. That's why when you see relationship 5'6" and the girl is 5'6" and the guy is 6'7", she's happy about it, because when they go down the bedroom and she's just have less work, and next thing you know, go out straight to it. Okay, even though the guy's not working. Okay, the 6 foot mentality is not about provision, it's about package. And the next thing you know, this is how women destroy now the market. For example, if two women get a guy with a 6.7, okay, they're gonna share the man. They're gonna say, oh, again, this man has a big package because he's tall, and so they got a good services. Now all the women that come along, so now not two women, now it's 5 women. Those 5 women, they want to give kids with that man. Okay, 5 women have 5 kids with one man. Okay, now those kids get along, they become 6'3" now. Okay, so you got even though it's a male or female, it's gonna be 6'3". So now you got at least 5 6'3" people now. So the next woman, they want 5'3", they want 6'3". So now what happened is, since everyone 6'3", once 6'4" come along, 6'3" disqualified. Okay, because she knows 6'3" is good, but I'm wondering what this 6'4", what kind of package 6'4" can give me. So now when a 6'4" package come along, she gonna dish out 6'3" because remember she's looking for the bigger package. The bigger package, the more she gonna be driving to. And no matter how old is she's still gonna like the bigger package. That's it. Then that's why when they go to the sex stores, they buy the biggest packages because what happens is all about packages. Because sometimes when they young, they are on their whole phase, they want to feel pain when they're doing that. Okay, they don't want to feel like soft. They don't want to be. They want to feel pain. They want to feel rage. They want to feel like you take their guts out. That's why when you're married, you're trying to protect her, and then next thing you know, you give her nicely, slowly. She doesn't want that. She wants sometimes rip her clothes and then take her to the front door, not even make it to the bedroom, and sometimes just by the kitchen, sometimes by the front door, sometimes by the basement. Sometimes women want it just to get the in the car, okay? So they want you to do all that. And the imaginary friend she can always get close to have that is imagine a tall guy. Because that tall guy, she knows she gonna feel pain because of the packages. That's why they want the 6 foot tall because 6 foot tall most likely doesn't have small packages. And you and the other one, you paying for her, you kissing her, and you make a love to her, and then her, the guy 6'3" show up, 6'4" show up, and then he's like, "Can I get your number?" Yep, and then she's gonna go and then do the deed with him because she knows she expecting good packages according to your height. So that's the idea of then women are not gonna tell the truth. Why? They tell you they feel more secure is BS, okay? That's why the taller you get, the more women you get because height is biology. Biology go height because according to nature, your sac is gonna become or bigger since you're taller you exposed to gravity and the gravity gonna come to your height gonna make how big your package is. So that's how it is, and women knows that but they don't want to articulate to men to knows because once the men know that idea the men gonna be able to frustrate them because they'll be like, oh, that's nasty, that's weird. But the truth of the matter is if they tell you of course it's nasty, it's weird, but they're not gonna tell you the truth because when they close door, they gonna talk to the girls. They be like, "Girl, I nailed that guy 6'3". Oh, the package was good. I'm satisfied, and it was everything as imagined." And next thing you know, he pat me down to the ground, and I love it because at the end of the day, that's their dream. That's what happened. They go to the tall guy. Okay, regardless of what you said, is a lose game because no every woman knows the taller you are the bigger the package. Okay, that's what they chasing after the tall guy. He doesn't have to dress up nice, it's that's a plus. You don't have to have six packs, that's a plus. Okay, women chase after the packages. The kids is just a way to for the commitment. Okay, if women can get away with a 6'3" and have no kids with him, that's a plus for him because for her that's because she had her fun and nobody knows about it. When they have a kids, it's for the guy to have commitment. Commitment means you want him to be in her life. So another way, she doesn't want to go around and looking for another 6'3" with big packages. She want to keep that packages on her side every time, and next thing you know, to have a kids with him. So next thing you know, she can drag him around. So have her way. So because she want to mess up that guy mentality, so mentally he won't be able to be free to give that package to someone else freely. Okay, that's why they want to have most of the kids with the people that store because they want that mentality that that man, since he's tall, he give me a good D, since he got the big D, so I'm not gonna give him a good time. So he always be frustrating. So by frustration, he won't be able to have time or think about another girl, so he can pipe down. It's all it is. That's what happened. As a man, you're not gonna win. Okay, you're not gonna win. It doesn't matter if you have good income, it doesn't matter if you provide everything, she's always gonna wonder the packages. And the taller men get, the bigger the packages. And women knows that because she raising children and they find out since young age when the man is growing up the taller, they feel like they see that from their front eyes. They see that. And as a man, I'm telling you this way, you can there's an enhancement that you can use to increase enlarge your packages. Use that, because now women confused now because like, I thought you're 5'10", you're supposed to be such size, but now when I see you have a bigger size, and she love it. Okay, so that's only reason they want 6'3" is only packages. The keys is a plus to trap the 6'3" to get what she want. Don't fall for those women. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly how to do that. And you as a man, you're gonna be frustrating for no reason. Because at the end of the day, woman knows exactly that they love packages. Okay? And the bigger the packages, the better she's gonna be able to do so. Okay? So as a man, don't let get it weird, because at the end of the day, it's her choice, her life, and then you have to move accordingly. So if you like my video, guys, make thumbs up, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
What is your profession? What is your profession?